It's neat. Feels sexy in this. I'm gonna edit that part out later. Why did I say that?
I run it like a point guard, Justice Curry, the trading point guard. A Skeletor, your bones apart, and Rio blast you from the jump start. King Randor or Bonaparte, it don't matter, they tug at my heart. When I sit back in my chair and check out He-Man, to be like him, I wonder how it would be, man. To go back to a kid, I wonder how it would feel, man. To have Joes and MotU, keep it real, man. I reminisce on days when I played, and days dazed in the haze as we laid in beds mama made with cold lemonade. Sun let off rays, still by my lampshade. Think about it now when it all gets blurry, like a whiplash.
Hey guys, Justice Curry with you today. I wanted to show you some really neat toys that I picked up today in the mail and at one of the local toy shops. But the first thing that I got at Chronocade was these new Super 7 released, let me change the camera angle. Super 7, which no longer has the Heman license from what I understand, came out with Eldor as well as Hero. And if these, I mean, you don't recognize them probably because they're not vintage figures, but they were slated to be vintage figures. So near the end of He-Man line, they were going to make more figures, of course. So they had Hero and then Eldor from pre-Eternia, and there was going to be this whole different storyline, but interest was waning in the line, and they were canceled, and unfortunately those figures never got made. There were a few hard copies, some pre-productions that were never mass-produced. My buddy, Master English Customs on Facebook, ended up having one of the original Eldors and took it apart, made molds of it, and it's fantastic. I was lucky enough to own that. But I'm super excited to own one of these guys. I'm debating. I'm gonna have to crack them open. I really have to. And they're the perfect scale to go along with the vintage figures. So enough about that. Let me show you some other things. Oh! Boop, 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 boop. Another thing came in the mail from my buddy Mike Belmore, Belmore, out of Canada. He 3D printed this Castle Grayskull and then expertly painted it for me. As you can see, the vertebrae, the backbone of Castle Grayskull is in there, and it looks sharp. Let me see if I can zoom in, or at least have it focus for you so you can see it at home. Yeah, reach out to him if you want one. He'll be more than willing to print one off for you and paint it at a reasonable price. He also gave me, he 3D printed this Battle Cat. Focus. Cool. And the companion Panther. Not really companion. The yin and the yang. Then Loyal Subjects. Got this in the mail too. Made the Battle Cat, which goes along wonderfully. Other things. Unfortunately, I'm going down the descent into the modern toys. I love vintage. Vintage is like running through my veins. But now that I've collected most all that I've wanted of the vintage lines, I'm slowly going down that slippery slope into the modern ones because the toys are fantastic. The packaging art. First up, these reaction figures are goofy. I never thought I would get into them, but He-Man started making some of them. Low articulation, I mean only what, 5 points belay. There's no elbow bends or knee bends or wrist or anything. But reaction, Super 7 pumped out some of these figures. They've been doing this Aliens for a while now, but I really love the packaging art on this. Even though it's cheesy with the sparkles and whatnot, I like it. It's semi-translucent. I'm a translucent nut, as you can tell by my translucent chandelier filled with toys that are translucent. Some production, some customs. I mentioned Master English earlier. Check him out on Facebook. He literally made these. Like, you can't find these translucent cats anywhere else. He made that Skeletor. And then you got some other production, vintage, bootlegs, what have you. I'm the tangent king. I start talking about one thing and I bounce to the other. But I like it. It looks cool. The other one that looks freaking sweet. I'm guessing this is an old original poster for Alien. It came out in what, 1979 or whatnot. Obviously this figure is modern, but let me zoom in, or at least kind of get it to focus. The screen, the face mask of the space suit, the glass part is shattered, and then there's a face hugger inside, which I thought was way too cool to pass up. So I grabbed onto that. He-Man, or sorry, Muscle Men are one of my, probably the most sentimental line next to He-Man for me, because growing up, I mean, I was playing with these suckers constantly. So Super7 has the Muscle license as well as some other licenses. So they did the some mashups. So they're taking Shogun characters from Shogun Warriors and making them into Muscle Men. They've done it with other lines as well. I think they started off doing the He-Man ones. It's the Motussles. And then they got Street Fighters and the Worst and Robotech, and what else do we got over here? Mega Man, and even the aliens they're turning into Muscle Men. So it's never ending. I can't have them all, but I just collect what I like. It's nice not to be a completionist sometimes. The reactions, more of the reactions, and they're freaking pumping these suckers out. There's all kinds of like exclusive version this or mini comic version Tila. I'm not grabbing them all. I'm just grabbing the ones I like. But some of the ones that I like, there were more available that I don't have up on my ceiling. But Hordak, I love them. And then with my translucent weirdness, I had to get this. And I'm gonna pop him off. Here, I'll do it right now. Some of you right now are probably hitting that unsubscribe button. Justice, you can't open up a toy. It needs to stay mint on card. I can do what I want. Oh, it does hurt me. There is a function, there is a part of me that does not take pleasure in opening packages of toys. I love mint on card, I love box stuff. I'm not a sealed vehicle guy. I just like the box, the artwork on the box, but I am a sealed, carded guy. But this has got to get opened up. It needs to be on my translucent wall. So let's painfully, I've done this before, people yell at me like, you need to take an X-Acto razor so you can preserve the card back. I'm going, where am I gonna put this card back? Do you see any room anywhere? I'm not saving these card backs. When someone buys something from me, I'll probably put this card back in a random box and ship it halfway around the world. So, crack them open. Let me show you in the light. I'm blinded by the light. Alright. So, let's see. I can't hit the button. Can I hit it? Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Alright, translucent He-Man. Stop being difficult. Focus. Focus, 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 focus. Oh my god, you're so close. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do so many editing skills here. Alright, here we go. So there he is in all of his glory with just shoulder articulation, each leg, waist articulation, which I just ripped off this part of my USS flag, and then I'm guessing neck articulation. So I've never opened one of these up before, so this is a first. You've witnessed a first for me. Then last but not least, Laughing Prince Adam, which if you've ever, if you don't know what this is and you're like scratching your head right now, go on YouTube, type in, what is it? Laughing Prince Adam or Singing He-Man or something to that effect. I'll put a link in my description, but there's a He-Man singing an old school song by 3 Non-Blondes, I think the song is, and I say, hey, what's going on? And your ears are bleeding, I know, but they took that internet sensation, I don't know, mashup of that weird song and the funny video and He-Man dancing, and made an action figure out of it. Not an action figure, but the packaging art with the glitter and Even the outer sleeve, which normally are all the same whenever you get one of these Filmation, they changed it up, because when you get like a Triclops or a He-Man or Skeletor, there's no names on these things, so they're all generic, the sleeve that goes over top. But they spent an extra few pennies and put the sparkle power on there, and it was too gimmicky not to get. It's fun, and that's why you collect. You collect what you like. You might not like some of those items that I just showed you, and that's alright. It doesn't matter, but you're gonna appreciate them, because I appreciate them. Just like if I came over to a collector that liked, I don't know, Cabbage Patch Kid or My Little Pony, or I always say those two, but I have no, I don't know, desire to collect any of those or care about them. But if someone's passionate about those lines and they're like, look at this one only came out in Argentina, or I have it, I like seeing other people's displays and excitement, and I'll listen for hours. I'll film their collection, I don't care. And then what I was talking about, or I might have alluded to earlier, this weird sucker, I can't remember what country I got it from, I'm guessing Italy, but there are a number of knockoff GI Joe-esque figures, this being one of them. Special Forces, the guy listed them on one of the Facebook groups, and I looked at this and went, I need to own one. And there's 3 different versions. I don't care about the vehicles that he's in. Like there's a helicopter, and where's the, I have another one someplace. Oh yeah. And, oh, yeah, the motorcycle, and then the boat. But the figure is what I got a laugh out of, and I posted a picture on my Facebook wall and said, hey, let's find out a new name for him, and people, as you can imagine, were saying all sorts of things about this big burly man right there. Here's some of the other figures that came out in that line. We got someone that resembles almost Hitler way on the left. Just video probably get flagged for just saying that word. Yeah, the mustaches are smaller. Maybe it just looks smaller in the look at this dude. I need to own him. Oh my god, how do I zoom in? You gotta see this. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. His hair is so funny. And this guy, the Scottish, which I think I have in my hodgepodge area by my computer. I kind of throw some knockoff GI Joes there, but let's see. Oh, yep, there's the Scottish guy. I never knew where he came from. I just, you know, when I buy collections or whatnot, I'll just pick out things that I need personally, sell the rest. The things that I don't really need personally, but they're oddities that I haven't seen before, like these knockoffs, I'll grab. Or this guy was one of them too. You could not get away with selling something like this again. I mean, that's like stereotype upon stereotype and an action figure, and that's what they were doing, you know, trying to cover all their bases, because there he is right there. Some more. So bizarre, so weird, but essential. So yeah, that's some of my new stuff. I hope you enjoy it. As I break things, please hit that subscribe button. I love you all. Keep collecting and take care.